Hello, everyone. Scooty number 7 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we have the 3-9 Minnesota Twins taking on the 6-6 Detroit Tigers. This is game one of a two-game series between the Twins and the Tigers here at Comerica Park. And here is the starting lineup for the Minnesota Twins. Leading off the center fielder, Carlos Gomez. Batting second, the right fielder, Denard Spahn. Batting third, the catcher, Joe Manor. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the first baseman, Justin Monroe. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Damon Young. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Jason Kubel. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Brendan Harris. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Mike Lamb. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Adam Everett. On the mound for the Tigers, it is Jeremy Bonderman. Comes into the game with a 4.85 ERA. 1 win, no loss, 13 innings pitched, allowed 12 hits, 7 strikeouts, and 4 walks. We're here at Comerica Park. -1 to strikes and a +1 to walks, and with that, we're ready to start. Carlos Gomez batting at .226, and here's the pitch. 3-1, that's going to be a walk plus. Now in a walk plus, we add 10, plus the value, plus the rating for the ballpark. In this case, it's a +1. We add 11, that's a 17, and that is an 11. And that is a walk for Carlos Gomez. So as Gomez will go down to first, let's take a look at the defense for the Tigers. Out there in left field, it is Jones. Thomas is at center. Ordonis is at right field. Going around the horn, Cabrera is at third. Rentia at short. Polanco at second. Gulen on first. Rodriguez is behind the plate, and Bonderman on the mound for the Tigers. Strategy rolls a 7. Infield going to come in. We do have a hit and run. Now on a hit and run, all ground double plays get a -2. All base run ratings, in this case, get a +2. Home run and walk ratings for the batter are cut in half. All lineouts are treated as double plays. And if the batter strikes out, we'll resolve it as a steal. Denard Spahn batting at .375. Here's the pitch. 2-6. That's a blank. 1-6, and that is going to be a base hit past Gulen. And with that, Gomez will go to second, but does he get to third? He'll go to third on a one. He goes from first to third on a 2 through 6. His base run rating is a 6. And Gomez will go to third. So runners on the corners for the Twins as the catcher, Joe Manor, steps up. Joe Manor batting at .275. Strategy roll is a 4, and here's the pitch. 6-2, possible error. 1-6, that is a base hit to Thomas. That's a single out there to center field. Thomas's error range is a 1 to 16. That is a 7. He'll make the error. It is an error. What type of error is it? He boots the ball. It's a 2-base error. And with that, Joe Manor will score 2 runs. It's a 2-run RBI on a 2-base error. And with that, Manor will go to third. And the Twins up 2. It's 2-0 Minnesota as Justin Monroe comes up. Monroe is batting a .286. Strategy roll 15. Twins holding off. Nothing on the strat. Nothing with strategy. 4-5, that's going to be a strike. 7-13 is too high. 2-6, that's going to be a double star 5. That's going to be a ground ball to Renteria to the shortstop. And are they going to send Manor? Yes. No. And on a fielder's choice, if 1d6 is higher than roll, if runner heads for home, which Joe Manor is, if 1d6 higher than base run, otherwise out, otherwise safe, that's a 1. Manor is safe. And no outs, and Monroe is on. Damon Young batting a 286, and here's the pitch. Strategy roll is an 11. 2-6. Home run, that's a 5. The 12 is too high. No outs, and we're with a runner on first, infield at normal depth. 3-3. That's going to be a base hit to Renteria, to Egger. Can't get to it in time. And runner is now on first and second. Jason Kubel up. Kubel is batting a 182. Strategy roll is a 16. 4-2 blank. 2-2 double star 4. That's going to be a ground ball to Cabrera. And hit at third base. Will the defense try for the force out at third or the double play? They're going to go for the double play. And on that, Monroe will go to third. And that is a double play there. It's a 3 on that. So on a 3 through 4, right at third base, choice of a force only or try for the second at first double play. That's a 3. So it's going to be a fielder's choice on that. It's higher than this. So that is going to be a force out for Young. So it's 1 out with Kubel on first. And that's going to bring up Brendan Harris. Harris batting a 171, strategy roll 11. Runners on the corners. We're still in the top of the first. 6-6. That's a strike. 11. That is a 6. Struck him out. Strategy roll 13 is Mike Lamb, also batting a 176. Here's the pitch. 2-5. That's going to be a range play. Strategy roll, by the way, is a 13. 3-3. Ground ball back to the pitcher, to Bonderman. Bonderman's range is a comebacker to him. It's a 2. That is a 5. And that gets past him. That's going to be a base hit. And that is going to score another run on a Mike Lamb single RBI. It's 4-0 Twins. And Adam Everett is up, the shortstop. Everett batting a 104. Strategy roll 1. Twins holding off. 2 outs, runners on first and second. 4-2. That's going to be a strikeout plus. That's a 15. That's a 13. Struck him out. So 4 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error, and 2 left on. We go to the bottom of the first. And here is the starting lineup for the Detroit Tigers. Leading off, it's going to be the center fielder, Clayton Thomas. Batting second, the second baseman, Placidio Polanco. Batting third, the designated hitter, Gary Sheffield. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the right fielder, Maglio Ordonez. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Miguel Cabrera. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Carlos Golan. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Edgar Renteria. Batting eighth, the catcher, Ivan Rodriguez. And batting ninth, the left fielder, Jacque Jones. On the mound for the Twins, it is Nick Blackburn. Comes into the game with a 9.25 ERA. No wins, one loss, 10 and 2/3 innings pitched, allowed 9 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 3 walks. And with that, Clint Thomas is ready for the pitch, takes a few swings. And the pitch, 6-1, possible error on a throw. And that is going to be 3-6. That's going to be good enough for a double out there to Gomez. Error rating is a 6 for Gomez. That's a 20, no error there. And Cleat Thomas will lead off with a double. And that's going to bring up Placidio Polanco. He's batting at 375 as he steps up. Let's take a look at the defense for the Twins. Young is out there in left field. Gomez at center. Spahn is at right field. Going around the horn, Lamb is on third. Everett at short. Harris is on second. Monroe on first. Manor behind the mound. And Blackburn is on behind the plate. Manor is behind the plate. And Blackburn is on the mound. Strategy roll 9. Placidio Polanco batting a 375. And here's the pitch. 6-2, that's going to be a wild pitch. That's a 7, nothing happens. 7 is outside of the range. 2-6, that's going to be a double star 5. That's going to be a ground ball to Everett. And with that, the out is going to be at first. And with that, Thomas will hold 1 out. So 1 away, and that's going to bring up Gary Sheffield. Sheffield batting a 219. Here's the pitch. Strategy roll is a 1. And that is going to be 5-4. That's going to be a strikeout. 10. That's a 10. Struck him out. So 2 away, and that's going to bring up the cleanup Baglio Ordonez. Ordonez is batting a 313. Strategy roll 13. And here's the pitch. 1-3 range play at Comerica Park. 4-6 double star. It's a double star 5. It's a ground ball to Everett. Everett's range is on a 1-4. That's a 4. He'll make the catch, throw it over to Monroe. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors. We go to the top after 1. It's Minnesota 4. Detroit nothing. We go to the top of the second, and it's the top of the order for the Twins. Carlos Gomez, Denard Spahn, Joe Manor due up for the Twins. Carlos Gomez has got a walk and a run scored first time up at bat. And here's the pitch. 1-1. Strikeout 14. That's an 8. Struck him out. Denard Spahn 1-for-1 with a run scored. Here's the pitch. 1-5. That's going to be a strike. 8-13 too high. 3-5. That's going to be a power hit to Ordonez. That's going to be a 6. That's going to be a double. That's a double and a 1-7. And with that, Denard Spahn gets on with a double out there past Ordonez. It goes to the wall. 1-on-1 now. Joe Manor due up next. Joe Manor 1-for-1 with a run and 2 RBI. Strategy roll 10. Twins holding off. Infield normal depth. The pitch. 6-4. Strike 4. 14 too high. 2-4. That's going to be a double star 2. It's a fly ball to Thomas. And with that, Denard Spahn will get the hold sign 2 away with a runner on second. Justin Monroe up. He's 0 for 1 with a run and an RBI. Strategy roll 9, and here's the pitch. 4-3. That's going to be a walk. 14. That's a 1. And that's a walk for Justin Monroe. Damon Young comes up. He's 1 for 1. Strategy roll is a 7, and here's the pitch. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. 2-6. Home run. That's a 5. The 20 is too high. 6-6 fly ball out there to Thomas. And that's going to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on for the Twins. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Miguel Cabrera, Carlos Gullin, and Edgar Rentia due up for the Tigers. Miguel Cabrera batting a .349. Here's the pitch. 4-5. That's a blank. 6-5. Double star 3. Ground ball to Harris. And that's out number 1. 1 away. Carlos Gullin batting a .250. And here's the pitch. 5-5 blank. 5-3. That's going to be a base hit past Young out there in the left field. Infield going to double play depth. Strategy rolls a 13, and here's the pitch. 4-4. That's going to be a strike. 7. That's a 7. Struck him out. So 2 away with 1 on, and that's going to bring up Ivan Rodriguez. Rodriguez batting a .341. Strategy rolls a 14, and here's the pitch. 6-6. That's going to be a walk. 7-13. Too high. 3-4. Ground ball to Harris. And that will retire the side. No run. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors, and 1 left on for the Tigers. After 2, it's Minnesota 4, Detroit nothing. We go to the top of the third. Jason Kubel, Brennan Harris, and Mike Lamb due up for the Twins. Jason Kubel 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. 5-1 walk. 10. That's a 2, and that's going to be a walk. So as Kubel will trot on down the first, infield will come to double play depth. Strategy rolls a 9. Bernadine Harris is 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and here's the pitch. 4-2. Strikeout plus. That's a 21. Now on a strikeout plus, we add 10. In this case, we're going to minus 1. We're going to add 9. That's a 21. That's a 7. Struck him out. So 1 away, and that's going to bring up Mike Lamb. Infield still at double play depth, and here's the pitch. Strategy roll 12, Twins holding off. 3-2, possible error on a throw. 3-3, ground ball back to the catcher on top of the mound. And that is going to be a throwing error to the shortstop. It's a 2-base error. And with that, Lamb will go to second. So 2 outs, 1 on. Adam Everett up. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Strategy roll is a 6. And here's the pitch. 4-2, strikeout plus. That's a 15. That's an 8. Struck him out. No runs, no hits, and 1 error. We go to the bottom, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the third. Jacque Jones, Clete Thomas, and Placidio Polanco due up for the Tigers. Jacque Jones batting in 077. Here's the pitch. 3-2, that's going to be a blank. 5-1, power hit to Young. That's going to be a 9. That's going to be a triple. It's a 3-base hit up the alley. Young can't get to it. And it hops off the wall, picks it up, turns around, and Jones is safely on third. Clete Thomas is 1 for 1 with a double. Strategy rolls a 13, and here's the pitch. 6-4. That's going to be a blank. 2-5. Base hit to Gomez. And with that, the Tigers are on the board. It's 4-1. They cut the lead down to 3. Infield double play death. Polanco up. He's 0 for 1. Strategy roll 13, and here's the pitch. 1-6. That's going to be a blank. 2-1. Base hit to Everett. And Thomas will get the hold sign. He advances from first to third. On a 5 through 6, his base run rating is a 1. He'll get the hold sign. Gary Sheffield is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Strategy roll is a 9. 6-6. That's going to be a walk. 19. That's a 4. And that's going to load the bases. So the bases are loaded as Odanis comes up. He's 0 for 1. Strategy roll 10. Here's the pitch. 2-2. Blank. 4-6. Double star 6. That's going to be a fly ball out there to Young. And out number what? That's going to be an out. It's a failed SF roll. And nobody will advance. Thomas will get the hold sign. Cabrea's 0 for 1. Bases are loaded. Strategy roll is a 15. And here's the pitch. 4-3. That's going to be a strike. 10. That's a 9. Struck him out. So 2 away, and Carlos Gullin comes up, who's 1 for 1. Strategy roll 13. Tigers holding off. The bases are loaded. 6-1. Possible error on a throw. 2-1. Fly ball to Gomez. And that will retire the side. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and the Tigers leave them loaded. After 3, it's Minnesota 4, Detroit 1. We go to the top of the 4th. It's Carlos Gomez, Denard Spahn, Joe Manor due up for the Twins. Top of the order, Carlos Gomez is 0 for 1 with a walk, a strikeout, and a run. And here's the pitch. 4-1, that's going to be a wild pitch. It's a foul ball. We're going to re-roll the dice. 1-2. Home run, that's a 3. The 9 is too high. 1-6. Power hit to Odanis. That's going to be a 17. That's going to be a triple for Carlos Gomez. And it's hit into right center field as Carlos Gomez goes chasing after it, collide and runs into Thomas a little bit, looking for the ball. And when they find it, Gomez is safely on third. Denard Spahn, that's going to bring up Denard Spahn. He's 2 for 2 with a double and a run scored. Strategy roll 13, and here's the pitch. 2-3 at the ballpark. We're going to go to Comerica Park. 2-5, double star 2. That's going to be a fly ball out there to Thomas. And that is an out, but that's a 6. That's going to advance Gomez. And that's going to be a run. So it's now 5-1. Twins. Twins have a 4-run lead, and that's going to bring up Joe Manor. Bullpen for the Tigers is warming up. Joe Manor is 1 for 2 with a run and 2 RBIs, and here's the pitch. 2-2 blank. 1-5 double star 4. That's going to be a ground ball to Cabrera. Out number 2, 2 away. Justin Monroe up. Monroe is 0 for 1 with a walk, a run, and an RBI. 5-4 at the ballpark. We're going to go to Comerica Park. 3-5. It's an S+8. So it's a single to Thomas. Base run rating is a 4. That's a 2. He'll take the single. And because of it being the roll equal to or less than the adjusted base run rating, he stretches that into a double. And that's going to bring up Damon Young. Young is 1 for 2, strategy roll 13. And here's the pitch. 1-5, strike 9, 15, too high. 5-5, ground ball to the shortstop. And that will retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Edgar Rentier, Ivan Rodriguez, and Jacque Jones due up for the Tigers. Edgar Rentier is 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and here's the pitch. 1-1, possible error. 2-6, that's going to be a base hit to Young. Young's error range is on a 1-6, that's a 2. As he boots the ball. And with that, Edgar Rentier would take second on a booted ball. And Ivan Rodriguez is up. He's 0 for 1, and here's the pitch. Strategy roll 9. 5-6, that's going to be a blank. And that's going to be for 4. That's going to be a base hit. So with that, Rentier will go to third on a base hit. His base run rating is a 2 on both of these. The lead runner does advance. And Rodriguez will hold at first. So 1 run scored on a single RBI by Ivan Rodriguez. Jacque Jones is up. He's 1 for 1 with a triple and a run scored. Infield double play depth, and here's the pitch. 4-1, that's going to be a range play. 1-5, ground ball back to the pitcher. Blackburn's range is a 1-3, that's a 5. He can't get to it in time. That's going to be a single. And with that, runner is now on first and second as we go to the top of the order. Cleet Thomas is 2 for 2 with a double and an RBI. Strategy roll 3, and here's the pitch. Infield normal depth, 2-2 blank. 1-6, that's going to be a power hit to Gomez. On a 15, that's a triple. It's a 2-run triple for Cleet Thomas. It's now 5-4. And that's going to bring up Placido Polanco, who's 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. Strategy roll 7. So the Tigers are holding off. And that's going to be 6-2. That's going to be a blank. 3-6. That's going to be a ground ball to Everett. Are they going to try to score him? Yes. Will they go for the auto out at first? They are. So with that, Thomas will score. We have a tie game with 1 out, nobody on. And here's the pitch to Gary Sheffield. Sheffield is 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Blackburn can face 5 more batters. 4-4, that's going to be a strikeout. 10-13, too high. 5-6, that's going to be a fly ball out there to Young. And out number 2, sorry. 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Maglio Ordonez. Ordonez is 0 for 2, and here's the pitch. 6-4, blank. 6-4. That's going to be a single up to Gomez. So Ordonez is on with a base hit. Strategy roll is a 5. Tigers holding off. Cabrera 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. 1-1 possible error. 4-5. That's going to be a pump up to Lamb. Lamb's error range is at a 1-7. That's a 7. That's going to be an error. It's a 2-base error. 1 base of less than 2 outs. Otherwise, it's a 2-base error. And that puts runners on second and third as Carlos Gullin comes up. Gullin 1 for 2, strategy roll 7. Here's the pitch. 3-6, that's going to be a walk. 14, that's a 6, and that's going to be a walk. Bases are loaded. Edgar Rentia is up. Men are going to go out there and talk to Blackburn and see what's going on. Rentia 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a run scored. Strategy roll 16. Here's the pitch. 1-3 range play at the ballpark. We're going to go to Comerica Park. 2-5, double star 2. It goes down the right side to Spawn. Spawn's ranges on a 1-5. That's a 1. He'll make the catch and retire the side. So 4 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors, and 3 left on after 4. We're tied at 3. We go to the top of the 5th. It's Jason Kubel, Benedict Harris, and Mike Lamb due up for the Twins. Jeremy Bonderman can face 4 more batters, so most likely this is going to be his last inning. Jason Kubel 0 for 1 with a walk. 6-3, possible error on a ground ball. 5-2, that's going to be a ground ball to Polanco, out there to second. Error ranges on a 1-3, that's a 13, there's no error there. Out number 1, 1 away, Benedict Harris up. Harris is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. 1-6, double star, fly ball out there to Jones. That's out number 2, 2 away, Mike Lamb is 1 for 2 with an RBI. 2 up, 2 down, Lamb, here's the pitch. 4-2, that's going to be a blank. 2-1, ground ball to Rentia, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors as the Tigers make quick work of the Twins. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's going to be Ivan Rodriguez, Jock Jones, and Clete Thomas due up for the Tigers. New pitcher on the mound for the Twins. And they're going to bring in Brian Bass. That's his card. Bass, 2 2/3 innings, allowed 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, no walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Nick Blackburn. He went 4 innings, allowed 10 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. An ERA of a 9.79. So he's going to face off against Ivan Rodriguez, Jock Jones, and Clete Thomas. Here's the pitch to Rodriguez. He's 1 for 2 with a run and an RBI for 4. That's going to be a blank. 5-2, double star 1, ground ball to Harris. And that's out number 1. Jock Jones up. Jones is 2 for 2 with a triple and 2 runs scored. 1-5, double star. And that's going to be a double star and a 1-18. That is a 6. And that's a ground ball up to first base. Monroe making the catch. 2 away. Clete Thomas, top of the order. He's 3 for 3. With a triple, a run, and 3 RBIs. And here's the pitch. 5-4. That's going to be a blank. 4-6. Double star 6. Fly ball out there to Gomez. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors. After 5, we're tied at 5. We go to the top of the 6th. Adam Everett, Carlos Gomez, Denard Spawn due up for the Twins. Adam Everett is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, and here's the pitch. 5-6 range play at Comerica Park. 5-2 base hit to second base to Polanco. His range is on a 1-3. That's a 2. He'll make the catch. And with that, Carlos Gomez, we go to the top of the order, 1 out. He's 1 for 2 with a triple, a walk, a strikeout, and 2 runs. And here's the pitch. Jeremy Bonderman now tired. 4-1. That's going to be a wild pitch. It's going to be a reroll. 2-5 range play. 1-5, ground ball to Cabrera. That's a ground ball to Cabrera. His range is a 1. That's a 5. It's a single. And he can't get to it in time, so Gomez is on with a single. And with that, they're going to make that call to the bullpen as Bonderman comes out of the game. And they're going to bring in Casey Folsom. Folsom will come into the game, and here's his card. Comes into the game with a 4.50 ERA. 4 innings pitched, allowed 2 hits, 1 strikeout, no walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Jeremy Bonderman, he went 5 1/3 innings, allowed 8 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned runs, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, an ERA of a 5.41. Denard Spahn up, infield going to double play depth, and here's the pitch. Strategy roll 16 for the Twins, 3-3. That's going to be a blank. 3-6, double star 4. It's a ground ball to second to Polanco. And with that, Gomez will go to second. With the out at first, runner now in scoring position. Joe Manor up. He's 1 for 3 with a run and a 2 RBI. Strategy roll 19, and here's the pitch. One, 2 is an error on a possible throw. 1-2, ground ball to Cabrera. Cabrera's error range is a 1 to 20. That's a 15. It's a throwing error. It's a 1 base error. And that puts runners on the corners. Justin Monroe up. Monroe is 1 for 2 with a double, a walk, a run, and an RBI. Strategy roll 13, and here's the pitch. 3-2. Strikeout 5. 11 is too high. 2-1. Flying ball to Jones. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 error. And 2 left on. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Placidio Polanco, Gary Sheffield, Maglio Ordonez due up for the Tigers. Polanco 1 for 3 with an RBI, and here's the pitch. They're keeping Bass in for 1. At the ballpark, we're going to go to Comerica Park. 2-4, and that's going to be a double. So Polanco will lead off with a double. That's going to bring up Gary Sheffield. Sheffield is 1 for 2. 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Strategy roll 13, and here's the pitch. 5-6, that's going to be a strike. 10, that's a 2. Struck him out. 1 away. We have a pickoff attempt. On a 1-2, it's a pickoff. It's a 15. Nothing happens. On a roll of 20, it's an automatic pickoff attempt. 1-5, that's going to be a question mark. It's going to be a single on a 1-5. The 13 is too high. 5-4, and that's going to be a ground ball to Everett. And the out is going to be at first. So 1 away, and that's going to bring up Miguel Cabrera. Cabrera is 0 for 3 with a strike. And here's the pitch. Strategy roll is a 12. 2-3, wild pitch on a 10. And that moves Polanco over to third. Strategy roll 12, 5, 4. Power hit to Spawn on an 11. That's going to be a double. It's an RBI double for Cabrera, and the Tigers take a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the sixth. Carlos Guillen is 1 for 2 with a walk. Strategy roll 2. Here's the pitch. 5, 4. That's going to be a blank. 2-2. That's a double pass Spawn. And that's going to be an RBI double for Carlos Guillen. It's now 7-5 Tigers. Tigers taking the lead. It's a 2-run lead. Edgar Rentia now up. Rentia is 1 for 3 with a strikeout and a run. Strategy roll 3. Here's the pitch. 4-5 at the ballpark. We're going to go to Comerica Park. 4-5. Ground ball to Monroe. And that is out number 3. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. After 6, Tigers 7, Twins 5. We go to the top of the 7th. It's going to be Damon Young, Jason Kubel, and Bernard Harris due up for the Twins. Damon Young is 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. 5-3 home run chance on an 8. The 20 is too high. 6-5, double star 4, ground ball to Polanco, out number 1. Polanco will get it, toss it over to Guillen for the first out. Jason Kubel up. Kubel is 0 for 2 with a walk, and here's the pitch. 3-4, that's a blank. 6-3, that's going to be a base hit past Polanco. And 1 on. Brennan Harris is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Runner on first, infield double play depth. Strategy roll 12. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 2-2. That's going to be a walk. 11, that's a 3. And that's a walk. So runners now on first and second. Casey Folsom now tired as Mike Lamb comes up. Lamb is 1 for 3 with an RBI. Strategy roll 6, and here's the pitch. 3-5. That's a blank. 1-4. Ground ball to Guillen. And that is going to be a double play as Kubel will go to third, but that doesn't matter. It's a double play. As we sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 7th. And let's take a look at the box score of the game after 6.5 innings have been played. Minnesota coming out strong in that first inning. They've scored 4 runs in the first, a run in the fourth, 5 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors. The Tigers, 1 run in the third, 4 runs in the fourth, 2 runs in the sixth. It's 7 runs on 13 hits with 3 errors. So we go to the bottom of the 7th, and with that, the Twins have a new pitcher on the mound. Brian Bass has been relieved. We go to the bottom of the 7th. And that is going to be Craig Barslow for the Twins. Yep. So that is his card. And that is going to be Ivan Rodriguez, Jock Jones, and Clete Thomas due up. Craig Barslow comes in the game with a 2.73. No wins, 2 losses, 3 1/3 innings pitched, allowed 3 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Let's take a look at the stats here for Brian Bass. He went 2 innings, allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 strikeout, 1 wild pitch, an ERA of a 3.83. Ivan Rodriguez 1 for 3 with a run and an RBI, and here's the pitch. 1-5, that's going to be a strike. 7-8, too high. 4-4, that's going to be a base hit. And Rodriguez is on with a base hit. Strategy roll 5 as Jock Jones, who's 2 for 3 with a triple and a run. Here's the pitch. Infield double play depth, 4-5. That's going to be a walk. 12-16, too high. 3-1, ground ball to Monroe. And that's going to be a double play. They turn 2. We go to the top of the order. Clete Thomas is 3 for 4 with a double, a triple, a run, 3 RBIs. He's a single. Is a home run away from the cycle. 3-1. Range play. 2-5. That's going to be a base hit. It's a base hit to Gomez. His range is on a 1-4. That's a 4. He'll make the catch. So no runs, 1 hit, and no errors after 7. It's Detroit 7, Minnesota 5, and we go to the top of the 8th. It's Adam Everett, Carlos Gomez, and Denard Spawn due up for the Twins. And with that, we do have a couple changes to the Tigers. First of all, Casey Folsom has been relieved. And they are going to bring in Freddie Dulles. Yep. Freddie Dulles will come in. That is his card. Dulles will come into the game with a 2.25 ERA. No wins, 1 loss, 2 and he's pitched 4 innings, allowed 1 hit, no strikeouts, 2 walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Casey Folsom, he went 1 2/3 innings, allowed 1 hit, 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 3.16. Adam Everett up. He's 0 for 3 with that, but also we do have a couple changes to the Tigers defense. Cabrera at third is going to come out. And with that, Brandon Ing will take over at third. Over in right field, so Thomas is moving over to right field. In center field, we're going to have Curtis Granderson take over. So that is the changes to the Tigers lineup. And with that, Adam Everett not taking the hit here. They're not letting Everett take the hit. And they're going to bring in Michael Cuttier to hit. They're down by 2. Cuddy are betting a 400. 6-5, that's going to be a blank. 6-6, that's going to be a ground ball to Polanco. Out number 1, we go to the top of the order. Carlos Gomez is 2 for 3 with a triple, a walk, a strikeout, and 2 runs. Here's the pitch. 2-5, strikeout 14, that's a 20. Struck him out. 5-2, fly ball out there to Jones. And 2 away. Denard Spahn, 2 for 3 with a double, a run, and an RBI. Here's the pitch. 2-1 range play. 2-4, that's going to be a base hit. Rentier's range is on a 1-3, that's a 1. He'll make the catch and retire the side. So with that, we do have some changes here. Nick Punto will come in as a shortstop. At second, it's going to be Matt Mercer will take over at second. And at first, we're going to have Howie Clark. So those are the changes to the Twins lineup. Also, Craig Barslow now coming out. They're going to bring in Joe Nathan. So that is this card. He does have a special K. So Joe Nathan, 1 save, 3 innings pitched, allowed 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, no walks. And we'll take a look at the stats here for Craig Barslow. He went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, ERA of a 2.10. So Joe Nathan's got a special K. No runs, no hits, no errors. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Tigers as they retire the Twins in order. Special K for Joe Nathan. We'll talk about that when it comes up. 4-1 range play at the ballpark. So with that, that is a 5. That's going to be a strikeout. Struck him out. 1 away, and that's going to bring up Gary Sheffield. Sheffield is 0 for 3 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Sheffield not taking the hit here. They're going to bring in Ryan Raynun. Raynun taking the hit. They're going to be replacing the pinch hitter here. 1-5, that's going to be a range play. 3-1, ground 17 outside of the range, 3-1. That's our ground ball back to Nathan. Nathan's range is on a 1-3. That's a 3. He'll make the catch. And 2 away. Curtis Granderson up. And that's going to be 4-4. That's going to be a strikeout plus. That's a 19. That's a 15. Struck him out looking. So no runs, no hits. So no runs, no hits, and no errors as the Twins retire the Tigers in order. We go to the top of the 9th. It's Joe Manor, Howie Clark, Damon Young due up for the Twins. Will we see some 9th inning magic? New pitcher on the mound for the Tigers. They're going to go with They're going to bring in Francisco Ferdinand Roddy for the save here. That's his card. So with that, Ferdinand comes into the game with a 3.0 ERA. 3 innings pitched, allowed 3 hits, 1 strikeout, no walks. It's going to be Joe Mann or Howie Clark and Damon Young due up. Let's take a look at the box score of the game after 8 innings have been played. Teams have been scoreless since the 7th inning. No runs in the 7th, no runs in the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th. Minnesota scored 4 runs in the 1st, 4 runs in the 4th, and Detroit scored a run in the 3rd, 4 runs in the 4th, 2 runs in the 6th, 7 runs, 14 hits, 3 errors for the Tigers. The Twins, 5 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. We go to the top of the 9th, and the Twins are looking for some 9th inning magic. Joe Manor not taking the hit here. And they're going to bring in Matt Mercer. Oh, that's already in the lineup. All right. They are going to bring in Mike. Actually, Matt. Yeah. They're going to bring in Matt Tolbert. Tolbert is going to pinch hit here. Comes into the game with a 130 average. Here's the pitch. 5-6, strikeout 9. That's a 19. 19 too high. 3-4, double star 1, ground ball to Polanco, out number 1. Howie Clark, here's the pitch. They are letting Clark take the deal. 4-1. That's going to be a blank. 5-4. That's a double. And Clark is on with a double. Randy Ruiz will come in to pinch run for Howie Clark. Damon Young is up. He's 1 for 4. Here's the pitch. 1 out. 1-4. Strikeout plus 19. That's a 1. Struck him out looking. 2 away, and we go to Jason Kubel. Kubel is 1 for 3 with a walk. Here's the pitch. 2 outs. Runner on second. 4-4. That's a strikeout. 9. That's a 6. Struck him out. And that's the game as the Detroit Tigers defeat the Minnesota Twins 7-5. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on for the Twins. Final line score coming right up. So 5 runs for the Twins. 5 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors. The Tigers, 7 runs, 14 hits, 3 errors. Casey Folsom will get his first win, but Brian Bass gets his first loss, and Fernando Roddy will get his first save. Let's take a look at the stats for those pitchers. Casey Folsom went 1 2/3 innings, allowed 1 hit, 1 run, and 1 walk, an ERA of a 3.16. Brian Bass will get the loss. He went 2 innings, allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 strike, 1 wild pitch, an ERA of a 3.83. Joe Nathan went 1 inning, allowed 2 strikeouts, no ERA. Ferdinand Roddy gets the save. He went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, an ERA of a 2.25. So that's going to do it for us here at Comerica Park as the Minnesota Twins dropped to 3-10 and the Detroit Tigers were improved to 7-6. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and a thumbs up on your way through the turnstile, and remember to click that bell notification to be notified of when new videos go up in my 2008 replay and when I go live with all of the Philadelphia Phillies and Field of Dreams. Until then, I'm Scooney007. We'll see you for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.